Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Play Stormworks. So Stormworks is an early access game on Steam. It's actually been out for about a year now in early access. And things have changed a lot in this game. I kind of stayed away from it because I'm not really good at building, and I'm still not really good at building. But I kind of want to hear from you guys over time when I play. Do you guys want me to download other people's creations on Steam and then play around with them and use them in the game? Or do you want me to always attempt to build and make my own ships? If that's the case, it's going to be the worst disaster of your life, but it's up to you guys what you guys can stand. So let's get started anyways. Today we will be making our own ship, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to go new game here, and you got your difficulty. We're going to go to survival. Survival is basically the new feature that came out recently. I guess you could call it like the 1 year anniversary almost of the game. And basically it adds advanced vehicles, vehicle damage, player damage, NPC damage, sharks. You can still teleport vehicles and fast travel. I guess this is kind of a normal feature. And then I'm going to leave all the other settings just as is. You know, it sounds fun, right? So we'll keep it as is, career mode, etc. And here we go. So the object, the Stormworks, is basically a very, very detailed, I guess, creativity, ship, plane, helicopter builder. And then you go and do missions and rescues, and you can get new islands and do unlocks, and there's quite a few things. And apparently there's multiplayer as well. My internet sucks, but I know if my internet was working, I think Togi would be kind of, wanting to play here. Oh, that guy is actually really badass. I like that. Let's change his hair color, though. Oh, my God. It's Conan or something like that. Okay, we're leaving it like that, exactly, with his yellow boots. Oh, there we go. So, right off the bat, you have your house you start in. You can sleep. You can pick up stuff. Don't think there's anything probably too exciting. You can open door and close doors. This is a light switch. Turns on the light on and off. Doesn't have a loud noise to it. Makes me kind of sad. Okay. So we're outside. It's a little louder out here than it is inside my little room. So we're going to go down here. Now, I've done this before. I played the tutorial, and that was pretty much it. I've learned how to build one of the newer ships, but that's basically it. This is really cool, actually. So this, I guess, would be for... Oh, and look at this. You can turn on the lights and everything here. Am I holding it right? I think so. Either... Actually, maybe... Oh, it is working. Never mind. Okay. They just don't have a feedback on it, so it's kind of like, did you touch it? Did you not touch it? This is probably for, like, testing crates or whatever, seeing if you can move stuff. You're very strong, by the way. You're like He-Man in strength, basically, so... Okay, so here is where you build your boat. Here, I guess you would build like maybe a helicopter or something else here. I don't think you would build something else besides that. Actually, I don't even know if there is a building pad thing out here, so maybe you don't even do a helicopter here because you probably don't have the same equipment. So you got your lights, and they're on the other side too. So let's get started. It's going to be embarrassing. Keep that in mind. So... like I said, I've played with it. I think I have enough knowledge and understanding to build an advanced ship, like the new ships that you have to build or you just don't go anywhere. But it's going to be kind of embarrassing, that's for sure. So we're going to put a symmetry plane on here. Basically, this lets you... whatever you do on one side happens on the other. So that's kind of important just for the fact that you don't want to be... sitting there forever, repeating everything you do on one side to the other. So kind of important. So basically you select your blocks down here and then we go. So there we go. I guess we can, there you go. It's like, you don't want to play fair, huh? There you go. Now, this won't be the best looking ship ever. In fact, it'll probably be one of the worst ships you've ever seen. And that's just me. You guys know that I'm not creative. at all in my designs, but I will attempt to make something interesting. I'll fix up the hull a bit more. I think what you're supposed to start is kind of like not square, but I'm going square. So yeah, it's going to be ugly. We'll fix it up, and you have to cut up, the bow a bit and stuff like that, but we'll see what we can come up with over time. So let's go ahead and build, I guess, the basics. Let's get rid of the plane here for now. And I wonder if you can, this is a selection. So what is this one? Toggle selection plane, see inside areas. So this is just to see. Oh my, that's interesting. So you might want this for temporarily just to see where, for example, an engine is. So you click down here for your parts. So you can type in, say, engine. Here's our first engine. So you double click, I guess, or you can drag it on your bar down below. So we're going to go ahead, and I just want to put this right in the center. That's really all I care for this one, and then I'll probably leave it alone. So we might cut this up and make it shorter or bigger, who knows. So we'll just put it there for now. And you can see I completely failed at putting it in the center. The only reason I kept the damn line there was so I could put it in the center, and I completely failed at putting it in the center. So let's go ahead, and so what you can do is you hit F on the target, and you kind of get that focuses it on whatever you put F on, so it makes life a little easier. Okay, let's get rid of you, and let's get rid of these. There you go. So there you go. You got your engine. Now you're going to want to do some pipes and things like that. You're going to also want batteries and basically the works here. So let's do pipes here first. So we'll probably need all the pipes here. And you're probably going to want to color code some of this as well. This is up to you, of course, but might be important. Let's see. You're going to need some sort of vent. I think you type in fluid. So you got your fluid tank medium. This would be important for fuel, for example, or you can use water or things like that. You got a heat radiator as well. Don't think the radiator actually has much of an effect where it's placed right now, so I'm going to probably play with that as my thinking anyways. So let's actually do that first, play with the radiator. So if you go down here, let's go with smaller icon. I don't know if there's a way to hide whatever is in your hand and just use your option to pick around, but you got the select tool, but it's not like that. Erase, paint, move. Can you see these? No. So you might not have that option, unfortunately. You have to have something in your hand, like a little block or something. But if you go over and hover over these different intakes and outtakes and all this, you got your coolant outtake, your coolant intake, you got your fuel, you got your exhaust, so that pushes crap out, and you got your air intake. This engine is a little different, so you could flip this around or change the orientation of the engine. Of course, it doesn't matter. I don't think it has any effect, but you have your engine power. So you're going to have to make a shaft instead with this. So I guess that would be a good start to play around with it. So let's make, I don't know, let's make that red. Actually, yeah, let's make the engine red. And so you can go to paint mode here. Paint, change the color of place components. Now it says place components, but it ain't letting me do this. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we got that part, but it doesn't let you do this. So what happens if I could see it. Oh, okay. No, it does not let you do that. So you would have to actually delete that and replace it. Maybe there might be a better way. I don't know, but we'll do it for now. So let's just double check to make sure that's in the center, because I feel like this not in the center could cause a lot of harm later on. Okay, that's fine. Hey, weren't you supposed to be red? Didn't I order red? I wonder if the colors actually mean something, to be honest. I'm going to put my finger right here on the block just so I know where it is. There you go. Okay. Well, screw you. I guess it can't be colored right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get this going here. Keep in mind this game is in it's in alpha. Actually, I don't know if it's considered alpha. It's early access anyway. So you're going to use your rotation keys. You got L, J, and I think it's K for the other one. So I meant to actually do this side. There you go. And what we're going to do probably right away is actually, yeah, let's just flip it right down right away. Screw keeping it there. So you can hit your L key and bring it down. Oh, no, you have to actually do that. So you can hit Control Z, which is awesome. Undo. And there you go. We're going to go ahead and bring this puppy down. And let's see here. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm just checking. business stuff. Gotta check my email sometimes, even during a Let's Play. The world could burn during that time. You never know. Okay, that's my sump pump in the background, if you can hear it. Let's see here. There you go. So this is your shaft. I guess shafts can somewhat work like this. I feel like the idea is they would be completely straight, but they can have special gearboxes or something in the corners to, I guess, make them work properly. I think in real life, but this is clearly not the real life model going on here. So let's go and delete this because I actually think this is going to be one shaped off. Okay. And then you're going to look for some sort of propeller. Oh, here it is, propulsion. So you got an actually electric one, which is cute. And then a small propeller. So let's go ahead and replace, I don't know, this one for now. Oh, actually, we could have, it's too late. We could have replaced the engine. We're not going to use it again for now. So I guess you double click this and you just put that in and there you go. And it even shows you the forward momentum, which way it's going to go. So there you go. And so there you go. You got your engine hooked up. Now we're going to get these other guys done over here. So simple one, coolant intake and outtake. So from my understanding, this is a really simple one. We probably want to change the color up here too. Something different. Let's do... it doesn't really matter, honestly, for me, I guess. But let's do a blue, I guess. Actually, water should be blue. I'm wondering what the intake and outtake should be. Well, it's going to be green then. Okay. So you can go as far as you want. You can go as short as you want. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it matters. And then you're going to do a radiator. There you go. And the radiator, basically, as far as I know, it doesn't matter which way you do this. Once again, it's just gonna circulate everything. So you're gonna want to play with these things and get these flipped around. Maybe K was the key there. There you go. So this should be enough. I don't know if it has to have circulation to the air and things like that. That might be something coming, might be something in now. These guys make an insane amount of updates to this game all the time. Like, I mean, ridiculous amounts. So keep in mind, just this morning, testing this around, this game's had 2+ updates already. I say 2+ because I wasn't playing for in between, and there was even another update. While I was playing, an update came out. So it gives you an idea. So you got your fuel now and your exhaust. So your exhaust can go really wherever you want. Probably not into the water. Probably just in real life. I mean, if it goes against water, it probably just cannot, go out that way. Plus, you could flood it, right? If water gets into the exhaust, I assume, because there's not enough pressure, right, to push water out. Could be a bad idea. So let's go ahead and color code exhaust to, I don't know, something dark and horrible looking. There you go. That's a nice dark and horrible looking color. So we'll go ahead and, we'll use that color. And we'll bring exhaust straight up. Now, oops. I don't know how high we're going to do this. Eventually we'll stop and whatever, but we'll clip it when it comes time to do that. So that's your exhaust. And then you have your fuel, and then you have your air intake. So your air intake, same idea, I guess. Might as well just bring it up in the same way, honestly. Now, I don't know if air intake and exhaust have to be different levels. You'd probably want your air intake lower than your exhaust, just because exhaust rises. So, in a real life situation, right? I don't know in this game exactly what happens, but, and weren't we going to change this? So, this is air intake, right? So this is something slightly nicer, but not so nicer. Do you want to just give it a white, I guess? So it looks like there might be a way to paint the parts, but it just seems easier just to erase them and place them again at this point. Especially when you don't put them right. There you go. Oh, wait. Are you flipping the right way? That's beautiful. Okay, so we'll call this our air. And so exhaust you probably want higher, keep in mind, but we'll keep the 2 there. And then we want fuel. And fuel, well, this is diesel engine, right? So let's keep the fuel as simple as diesel is normally, which would be yellowish. I don't know if it's different in any other countries, but in our country, I think it's about yellow-ish. I don't know if it changes in industry or anything like that, but I'm going to go with the color I associate diesel with. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it sort of in the middle here. The reason I'm doing it in the middle, don't know how much of an impact it will have, but I assume that it will have somewhat of an impact because the reason is there's going to be a balance to your ship. So if it's everything's set in one spot, your ship's going to kind of go to one side, things like that. So I don't know if this will have that much of an issue, but just in case. And then we're going to place our tanks. So let's see here. Let's change my focus. Sorry. So I just hit F again for that. So let's see here. I'm thinking something like this. Oh, you're not even, there you go. There you go. I'm thinking something like this. So basically one here. Don't know how many of these you need, but I'm going to go ahead with 3 of these guys. If it needs more than that, well, damn. Guess we'll have to do some upgrades later. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we want this one, which is a T kind of junction. Awesome. And then you're going to go over to here. It's too bad you can't like kind of link the two. Like, you know, it's like, hey, I know what you're doing. There we go. And then we got these guys. So as far as I know, that'll make all the fuel tanks connect to the actual engine itself. So as far as I know, this is theoretically a working setup. Now there is drive shafts, things like that, which I think eventually I'll play with and learn about those. I don't think they're too hard. Literally, it's like drive shaft attached, whatnot. But for now, I think this should just work as is. But you have to wire it and you have to do a whole crap ton of things. So keep in mind, this is not done. It's just done. Okay. So, I guess this means we can close it up, I guess. So is this the same, is this the same block color, I guess? There you go. I think so. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm just thinking, is there anything I'm missing? I mean, all the ports are gone, so we're done. Oh, batteries actually would be required. Where do you want to put the batteries? You need at least one, probably just one. And then you probably need a generator. I actually don't know how the generators work. Would a generator, actually, yeah, generator would need to be somewhere in between. Small generator unit for converting mechanical power into electricity. I wonder if that can be separated or if you just go ahead and put it in between, like here. I'm going to attempt to put it in between here. I don't know if it'll work, so keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to change our color. We're going to go back to part picker anyways. We're going to change it to red again. And then we're going to go to generator. There we go. And the generator does not take the color unless if it's dragged on here, or you just don't take red at all. Okay, it does not have a color. It's like almost like the thing isn't ready for it yet, the skin or whatever. So that doesn't seem to work. Okay, so I don't know if that'll work. You need it for batteries, basically. That's why we're doing it. So like I said, don't know if it'll work. We'll find out in the near future, I guess. And then we're going to get a battery. And the battery, well, you kind of probably want it balanced, and it probably doesn't matter where it goes. So we're going to put the battery... There you go. I'll probably put it... I don't know if it's safe to put it right in the way of that, actually. So let's put it right at the middle here. I feel like keeping your battery in front of the diesel tank like that isn't good. But then again, as a kid, we were on metal boats all the time, small metal boats, and we kept the diesel engine and battery all side by side with no harm. So I just feel like the sulfuric acid or whatever leaking from a lead battery could cause issues. But you know what? We're not gonna bring that. We're not gonna be naysayers here today. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this boat into something now. So let's start with chopping this up with the erase button, and we're gonna go ahead here and bring our plane back, and let's see here. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even then, I think it's 2. Yeah, something like this. I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and just chop this up. We're gonna chop all around town. Just going to check. Got another message. Just make sure it's not for me. Nope. Okay, we're good. Okay, so there you go. Now, you're probably going to want like special hulls to make this pretty and nice looking and all that. And probably has an effect if it's like one big hole or not. At this time, I'm just going to go like this for now. 1, 2. It doesn't matter as long as it's over top of everything. And that's what I want. I want that high then. Okay. Don't know if it's high enough, but I'm going to take it. So that'll be the shape of our ship, basically. There you go. I'm happy with that. And then what you can do is drag this all along back here. Awesome. And then we can take this and drag it from here to here. And then you can do the inside. So I'm hoping this was correctly done. And it fills it in. So basically everything should be protected, except I don't know if these would protect it, but we'll fix that in a minute here. So as far as I know, you can just spawn like this and see what it looks like. And so it just went in the water and it's taking on water. My assumption right off the bat is that's a hole. The tubes don't count as a solid block. So that's a hole in the system. So what you do here is you hit R on here. Oops, sorry. And it just goes back in here. Okay, so remember, this is the exhaust and that's the intake. So right off the bat, we're going to do fluid, I guess it is. And you can have your different ports here. So this might be a little tricky because they're side by side, but we're going to try it. I don't know if this will have an effect. If it does, we know why now, right? So let's go ahead and make this a black one. Yes, there is a black one. Awesome. And let's get that down here, actually, so I can see it. Okay, so let's go to our eraser here. And we're going to erase these all the way down here for the black one. And then we're going to do another... Oh, it did it side by side because mirror's on, right? So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and erase that. And put this one as white. And then we'll go ahead and we'll erase you one more time, and then we got the white one there. So you got your exhaust and air. This is probably a really bad method. I'll probably redo it through like the wall or some other spot, but we're going to test it out anyways. So if we were to spawn this now, this should be enough for it to not sink now. There you go. So you can see it's now staying above the water. It won't sink down. And so basically that's what you want, of course. I was going to jump on there, but I really did a bad job, so we'll just stick to it as is. Okay, so let's make ourselves some sort of console or something. So let's just drag these out. I think we're done with these for now. And we're going to need some driver, I don't know what you would even call them, to be honest. A pilot seat, there you go. And so we're going to put the pilot seat. You're going to want it, of course, balanced and all that, but let's put the driver seat right here. So a simple driver seat. And then you're going to want some different things like, let's see here, a throttle. Double click throttle. And let's see here. You probably want to actually hit one of the buttons that works. I like how I've hit every button but the right button. There you go. There we go. Don't know which one is which, but that's good enough for me. And then you're going to want some different things like monitor your fuel tanks, things like that, your battery levels. Gauges, I think they're called, or no, they're something else, I think. Let's see what the words they use in here are. A small connector. No, I don't think that's it. Oh, here you go. Indicator... a dial. There you go. My mistake. A dial, and we're gonna probably need something else on here. There's that. Is there a button? What does a button look like or called? Oh, this looks like a button. Oh, toggle button, small connector. Okay, a push button, a toggle button. Interesting. Okay, probably the toggle button, I would assume. Okay, sometimes I hit the wrong button. Okay, so you're going to need something to turn on the engine, I guess. So let's say this button can be that for now. And then you're going to need some dials for different things. Now, I think you can actually hook up and have, a dial for, say, one thing and another thing, and or you can probably connect multiples. I don't know how to do the multiples yet, but we're going to go ahead and connect these as, we'll see what we have in here first of all. Yeah, we got 3 fuel tanks. So let's go ahead and use that at the fuel tanks. Then we're going to need another connector for, say, your engine performance, your battery level, and things like that. So you could put, I don't know, battery level. I feel like that's squishing the player. I don't know if that would squish them or not. Let's keep it down here then for now. Actually, let's do it in the back here. So you got your battery level, and then you got your engine information and things like that. Okay, let's see if that works somewhat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the logic time. Oh god, it's going to get confusing, and we're forgetting one big component on our ship, I think. How do you turn? How do you do all that, right? That's a rudder, isn't it? Aha, so you got a fin rudder or a rudder. I'll just get rudder. So you're going to need one of these because without it, you're probably doomed, honestly. So there might be more drag here. I don't know. So let's go ahead and 1, 2... Wait, is that still... Oh, yeah, it is. 3, 1, 2... I think it's a 3x3, so let's just see. And then let's put the rudder in. Oh, sorry. It's already on the bar, so it doesn't matter. There we go. That probably offers less drag. This rudder looks backwards, though. So you're probably going to want to flip it. There you go. I'd assume that looks better now. Yeah. Okay. So now, after all that, we can go to the logic. So let's hit F on the engine to focus on it. First of all, you want to turn on and off your engine. So you have your throttle, and your throttle would connect to the throttle mechanic, and which you could probably put on the throttle lever here on the side here, which is awesome. Then you're going to have your engine on and off, which that turns it on and off. That's pretty simple. So you're going to probably want to connect it there. Then you're going to want to connect your rotor to your cockpit. So your rotor is going to be A and D probably. So you got A and D there, W and S. I don't think you want it there. Left and right, up and down. Yeah, so A and D. Now there is an up and down, so you could probably use that for the throttle instead, but for now we're going to use the way I'm doing it. And then let's see. So you have your gas tanks. They need to be connected to... Oh, no, they don't actually need to be connected to anything, except if you want the logic up on here. So gas tank 1, gas tank 2, gas tank 3. Those are on the dials, remember? Then you got your battery. So if you want a battery gauge, which we do, you're going to want to put that somewhere. So let's say battery gauge is... Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind the battery gauge somewhere on my cockpit because to me, it seems better that way. So let's see. Let's hit F over here and see if we can find a spot for it. Even if it goes on the side here, like here. So how am I flipping this? Like this, I think. Oh, and then probably like this, maybe? I think everything is upside down, honestly, but we'll go with that. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be all turned the other way. So it's supposed to look like this, not that. But you know what? That's the way we have it today. I don't know if there's a rotate button to move. Move your vehicle within the bounds of the edit, blah, blah. That's kind of cool. Yeah, whatever. Well, we're going to keep it that way. Every dial will be upside down. Okay, so let's go back to the logic here. So... let's go ahead and get that battery because I think the battery will be somewhat important just to make sure it's working. So we have it over here. And then, okay. So I think we have everything up and going here. Then we need to make sure we got these other dials hooked up. Well, you don't have to, but that's the whole purpose of them. So you got a dial here to tell you the rotations. And you got a dial here to show the temperature. So you can keep an eye on things like that. And then I think we are done with all that. Not 100% sure, of course. Then you switch it to power. So this is data. logic. This is electricity. And as far as I know, electricity, you probably could just go crazy and hook it up to everything. You don't need too much to start your engine, and if this generator thing works, then you won't need any of it ever again after it. So remember, I didn't really need to hook up the battery to the one item, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So there you go. And I'm hoping this works like that. And there we go. If this works, I will be freaking amazed, honestly. So let's do spawn and see what happens. So it's staying above water, which is awesome. Okay, so right off the bat, we can attempt to start it. Doubt it's going to start. It is not working so well, but I jumped on it. So let's try starting it. Not working. So it does attempt to keep starting because of the kind of button, but the reason it's not starting is because your lever here, or sorry, your throttle needs to be cranked up a bit because, and you don't need to do it maxed out or anything, because it'll just cut out, right? Okay, so toggle button was probably bad, but it is working, if you can believe that. So you can see our rotations here, I guess. And I think this was the heat, and then you can see the fuel, and then here is the battery here. So the battery is sitting at 9.1. I don't know if the battery is holding steady or not, or if it's going to go down. You can't see it without being in the seat. Oh, no. So our battery is not... Let's see if this fixes it at all. I think we're burning it up right now, my friends. I'm pretty sure we're burning her up. Oh yeah, look at the heat. Okay, so I'm thinking pretty much we screwed it up because of... I just want to watch this go out of control. So I'm pretty sure we screwed it up because that little generator I thought was going to work doesn't work. Oh, no, actually it is working. Okay, so it might have to be separated, basically. This heat must be getting crazy now. There you go. I don't know if this is Celsius or Fahrenheit, so this might not be that hot. But anyway, so yeah, let's go inside quickly here. And so we need to... Basically, for now, I'll just remove this. It should be separated, I assume. This has to be on its own connector. So let's do pipe here. Let's do a red pipe. And yeah, okay. So we'll delete you, and we'll put you here. And I assume that'll fix that. Actually, let's go ahead and try with this. I don't know how this will work, but I'm just interested in seeing, so... hey, don't be a pain. There you go. And then we can put the generator, maybe. I don't know if this will work, by the way. This is just a guess, so there you go. And then we can go to the logic here. So, of course, we'll connect this to this. Actually, electric power connection. Yeah, no, I don't think that has to be... No, because it doesn't need a physical connection. Okay. Like I said, I don't know if this will run. Clearly, our boat sucks. It's sinking, it's swaying, it's going everywhere. You know, it's the worst design in mankind, basically, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Oh. There it is. You needed a bit more throttle. And there you go. And we can hit left, right. So this is a legitimately working ship now. It's probably the worst ship man-made ever, but it actually works. If we get off here, you can see it doing its thing. So you can see the battery is recharging. So it took a little bit of power. Well, it was probably more this down. This probably takes ridiculous amount of... I wonder if that's actually speeding it at all. I feel like this is bypassing it somehow. I don't know. It does definitely feels like it got faster though. So you see your fuel tanks. You can drive around. Keep in mind that if you do a hard turn like this, it might be bad. Oh, looks like we'll survive. Hell, we survive. Okay. And then so we can... There you go. You killed it. It was too little throttle. Okay. You got trolling motor style. So we could use a battery and have electric motor on this, you know, for backup or whatever for fun. But either way, it actually works, which is awesome. So it's up to you guys. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to ask you guys, do you want me to continue trying to make my own boats, which you clearly know will be ugly, horrible, and fail every time, which also means we'll probably spend more time making boats than actually doing missions and quests and stuff? Or would you rather have me focus on missions and stuff? So I'll leave it up to you. It can be a bit of both. It could be one or the other. Or we can, you know, check out all the cool boats and planes and helicopters made by other players and use those. Or even modify them over time. But it's up to you either way. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Oh, that's a beautiful sunset.